Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to TCTC Time. I'm your host, Isaac Turner. Today, we have an interview featuring two very artistic students from the Visual Design and Imaging program.
My name is Juliana Midcap, and I'm in Visual Design and Imaging. The thing that got me into art is definitely my late grandma, who would always encourage me as a kid to pursue my dream in art. I think handmade art is a lot different from digital art because for me, it feels a lot easier and more hands-on than digital art. I'd say that my favorite artwork that I've made is probably of me and my partner last homecoming. I don't really prefer a specific style as much. I try to try different styles such as like painting and sketching, but my favorite is probably realistic portraits of people because I like studying faces. Advice that I would want to give someone who wants to get into art is just do not give up. If you don't like a certain piece that you did, that's completely fine. Everyone messes up in art at one point or another. Just keep going on and don't give up.
I'm Allison Hunderlight and I'm in Visual Design and Imaging. What got me into art is growing up, I was really chronically online and I always wanted to draw, so I took inspiration from my sister who did have a sketchbook, and I would steal her designs and like copy them down on mine. Digital art and traditional art are very different because one, you're actually on paper, and two, digital art, you can manipulate and change a lot of different aspects of your art. And I prefer digital art because I have more control. I can move things, they're not sedentary, and it's a lot easier to control. My favorite artwork, I have two. One is the one I just made. It took me over 6 hours to make, so I put a lot of time and effort into it. And then my longest standing one that has been my favorite is my drawing of Ares, the Greek goddess, because I really love Greek mythology. The style I prefer is like cartoon realism. I take a lot of reference off of actual anatomy, but I put my own design into it so I don't have to follow reality that much. My advice for someone getting into art is just don't give up. Like you're gonna hate everything you make. You're gonna hate the process, and there's not gonna be a point where you think you're really done. You're always gonna be improving, but if you don't give up, you're finally gonna get somewhere where you think you're ready to be able to show your art to other people.
Wow, such talent here. Next, we have an interview featuring a new teacher at TCTC.
My name is Marshall Sarginger, with one L in my first name. Last name Sarginger, which is very complicated and usually blows everyone's mind, so mostly just Sarge around here, or Mr. Sarge. I chose to work at TCTC due to how unique the place is. I like the fact that TCTC celebrates people's skills, and I wanted to be in a place where I could work with people that were excited about learning and moving on. Things that motivate me as an English teacher are, it's mostly built out of like the fact that English is kind of ambiguous. So we can do so many different things from reading, writing, speaking, and all these different things. So then it kind of creates all these stepping off points. So I think that it is the most accessible, and then it also, I think it affects the most as far as subject areas go. So it motivates me because it's unique and it's adaptable and it's ambiguous. So you can do so many different things as the year goes by. Favorite thing to teach? I don't know. It used to be writing, I think, but I enjoy teaching novels because from there you get different levels of investment, and then each unit or novel that you study is unique too. So you always get these different things that happen. Novels will reach different groups, and then you have different takeaways. So I think from there it creates so many different unique like pathways and reactions, discussions, and all these things. So I would probably say novels, but because there's such a huge stepping off point for so many other things that happen. One thing I could say to students here is embrace who you are. I think a lot of the time we try to be someone that someone else wants us to be, or to be what, you know, maybe a group of people or whatever wants us or feel like we're supposed to be. So embracing who you are, because I think identity is huge. And then if you know who you are, embrace that and then keep going.
Good luck to you, Mr. Sarge. Next, let's move on to our weatherman, Xander Smith.
Good morning, TCTC. I'm your weatherman, Xander Smith, here with today's forecast. We're going to be in the high of 70s today with the low of 50s this morning. Currently, right now, it's about 64 degrees out. Now we're going to move on to our 3-day forecast. Again, on today, it's going to be a high of 71. On Friday, we have a high of 51, and on Saturday, a high of 72. And that'll be it for the weather.
Well, that's it for today. We'll see you next time on TCTC Time.